Hey guys, yep, as you saw in the previous little snippet from Sonic Forces, today's video is going to be about Tails. Now, I know what everyone's thinking. Boy, is he going to bash Tails? Well, no. From the thumbnail and title, you should tell that I'm actually going to be defending Tails today. I think Tails is getting unwarranted and unnecessary hate lately for no reason. Tails is weak. Tails really shouldn't have been scared of Chaos Zero. Tails fought Chaos 4 before in Sonic Adventure. And while those are good points to bring up, they're all moot points. They don't mean anything now. Because it makes sense. It makes sense for him to be scared. It makes complete sense for him to be scared. Well, for one, Tails, he tried to help Sonic, right? He was trying to help Sonic, and Infinite and his copy gang beat Sonic senseless, to the point that Sonic passed out and got taken away. Now, how do you think Tails felt seeing one of his favorite people, seeing the best person, seeing like the strongest person ever in their entire thing lose, in their entire universe? How do you think he felt to see him lose? See someone he thought could never lose just lose. How do you think he felt when he saw something like that? Do you think it was good? Do you think it made him more determined to fight back? No. Sonic was an anchor of hope for Tails. While Tails doesn't rely on Sonic as heavily as he did in, say, the classic games, Sonic is still someone very important to Tails. And it doesn't mean that, oh, he's weak. Oh, he's relying on Sonic. No, it means that Tails is scared. Tails has very good reason to be scared. Because not only did he fail his friend, not only does he feel that he failed his friend just a moment ago, but he also feels that, well, he wasn't smart enough. He wasn't smart enough to help. He wasn't smart enough to save his friend. That's exactly how he feels, and if it wasn't, then there would be no reason to make this video. Because then I would agree with everyone. I'd agree with everything. Yeah, Tails needs to shape up. Tails is definitely being a scared brat right now, but that's not the case. You see, Tails, he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. He's smart. He's intelligent. He knows exactly what he's doing. But Sonic just lost. He just saw one of the best people, one of the strongest people in his universe lose. He just saw that. And how would you feel if, I don't know, your favorite person just suddenly died? Or, you know, just they got into a fight, you tried to help them, and then you couldn't help them. How would you feel? How would you feel? Would you feel like you failed them? And don't say that you wouldn't, because that would be a complete lie. It's a lie to say that you wouldn't feel that way. It's an absolute lie to say that. Because, moral of the story is, Tails did nothing wrong. They're like, oh, Tails is weak. Did you see what he did? He couldn't even help Sonic. He was trash. He's trash, man. He didn't help Sonic. He was scared of Chaos Zero. And I'm thinking, well, what does that say about Chaos Zero? That says that Chaos Zero must be stronger than before. And it's proven because Infinite can make tons of copies just as strong as the originals and not bat an eye to it. And people are like, well, that doesn't mean anything. Tails still shouldn't have been scared. And I'm like, well, he has every right to be. This chaos just assisted in Sonic's, basically, his assassination. And people are still going to say, well, he shouldn't have been scared. And I'm like, well, he had every right to be. Because what sense would it make for him to not be scared? If he wasn't scared, then that means he would be stupid. Because this chaos is strong enough to assist in KOing Sonic? Sure, a fake Shadow, a fake Zavok, and a fake Metal Sonic, and Infinite himself was there, but that doesn't make it any different. People were like, well, Tails should have went out there and helped Sonic, and get exactly what Sonic got? And then both of them are KO'd for like a whole 6 months and neither of them have any contact with the Resistance? Come on, use common sense here. It doesn't make sense for him to go out there. It makes sense for him to try and help Sonic in the smartest way possible, and that smart way being, well, I can still scan him. I can scan him and see what his weakness is. I can help Sonic in that way. And people give him crap for that. People are giving Tails crap for stuff like that. And I'm thinking, well, not only did Tails feel like he failed Sonic, not only did he now feel like he wasn't smart enough, not only was Sonic one of his anchors of hope now gone, but gone for 6 months, and they think he's dead. So for someone to be like, well, they said he lost it, so why isn't he insane? If Tails was insane, why would the Resistance bother trying to get him back? Why would the Resistance bother thinking, hey, maybe we should... It's like, hey, maybe we should help. Maybe we should try and find him. Maybe... No. Would you want to try and find someone you know is crazy? No, you would not. Because that shows idiocy on your behalf. Tails, they assumed that when they meant that Tails was losing it, that Tails was like crazy. They assumed that he was crazy or something, and that was not the case. The fact of the matter was, Tails lost the will to continue fighting, and the reasoning for that is because Sonic was gone. And it makes sense for him to be scared of Chaos Zero now. Now, Tails may not have done much in Forces, but geez, he did his fair share. He tried to help. That's more than I can say for, I don't know, Charmy? Sure, they were all there in the final fight, but Tails did more. He was out on the field with Classic Sonic and Modern Sonic. He was out in the field with them. And they're like, well, he hid when Sonic was thrown into null space. Yeah, after Sonic made him hide. After Sonic said, you know that you haven't had experience fighting this guy. Only I have, so I want you to go back there. And that's the exact reason why Tails hid. He hid because Sonic told him to. He didn't hide because, oh, I'm scared. No, he hid because Sonic told him to. Sonic said, go on, hide. And people will give Tails a lot of crap. And I know this argument isn't making a lot of sense. It's mostly because I'm lightheaded right now. Very tired. Just woke up about an hour ago. But I still need to make this video because I don't think it's fair what's happening. I don't think it's fair that people can just rag on Tails and no one thinks about the other side. Tails is fine. Tails did what he could. Tails tried. And even though he failed Sonic, that doesn't mean he can give up easily. Doesn't mean he just gave up. No, he tried to fix Omega. That didn't work out, so that's why he thought he was an idiot for the rest of the game. And then Classic Sonic came out and helped. And that again gave him hope. That's one of the main reasons he was sad that Classic was leaving. He was like, well, you may need to go back to your world, but dang, you helped me in my time of need. I really needed a Sonic. I really needed someone to help me while Sonic wasn't here, and you did that, and for that, I can't really repay you much, but I'm sad that you're gonna go. And it makes sense. It makes plenty of sense. People were like, he shouldn't be sad that he's leaving because normal Sonic is right there. Sure, normal Sonic is right there, but was normal Sonic there the entire time that Tails was in need of help? No, Classic Sonic was. So it's unfair to just rag on Tails. It's just unfair. Tails has tried his hardest. He really has. He's tried his hardest, and people still give him crap for it. And what I'm wondering is, why? What do they gain from it? What do they gain from giving Sonic crap? What do they gain from giving Tails all this crap? Nothing. I know I've droned on long enough, but the point still stands. Tails has his reasons, and maybe somewhere down the line I'll make a better video touching on the subject, but for now I just can't stress enough that, well, Tails tried. That's more than I can say about most of the Resistance. Sure, they all tried, they all did their fair share, but Tails just did a little more. In my opinion, Tails tried a little harder. even though he was scared, he still was like, well, I need to help. I need to think of something to help everyone. And in the end, he did what he was supposed to. He did what he needed to do. He did all he could. So he shouldn't be constantly bashed just because of that one scene with Chaos Zero. It makes sense. Chaos Zero not only helped kill Sonic, not only helped kill quote-unquote Sonic, but he was just stronger. He was stronger. Tails lost his will to fight. Tails just now thought he wasn't strong enough, so it makes sense for him to be like, well, I'm sorry, I wasn't smart enough, buddy, because Omega didn't wake up until after the fact, like far after the fact, making Tails think he failed. And for you guys to just, well, not everyone, but for most people to just say, well, Tails is weak now, it's not fair. It's not fair to him. It's not fair. He's a good character. He's not relying as Sonic as heavily as someone else possibly is. Like, I don't know, Amy. She probably relies on Sonic more than Tails does. And she's older than Tails. Why Tails is getting shit is beyond me, but he doesn't deserve it. The story may not have been the best thing, it may not have been the greatest story in the Sonic game, but geez, there's an actual story there that people need to pay attention to. For everyone that complains about the story, it makes plenty of sense to me. I don't know what part of the story is confusing, but it makes sense. The story itself may not be that good, but it makes sense. Well, that's my 2 cents on the subject. I'll hit you guys up with another video in a week or so. What I'm currently working on is a very, very tough thing. It's gonna be worth it in the end. I don't know if it'll be that well received, but it's gonna be worth it. So, I'll talk to you guys later. SNSJ out.